Solar System planets, order and formation, a guide. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and then the potential planet 9 are the planets in the solar system, from closest to farthest away. The solar system extends from the Sun, known to the ancient Romans as Sol, and passes the 4 inner planets before continuing through the asteroid belt to the 4 gas giants, the disc-shaped Kuiper Belt, and ultimately the teardrop-shaped heliopause. The solar system's outermost point is thought to be 9 billion miles, 15 billion kilometers, from the Sun. The enormous, spherical Oort cloud is located beyond the heliopause and is assumed to encircle the solar system. Children have grown up understanding that the solar system comprises 9 planets ever since Pluto was discovered in 1930. All of that changed in the late 1990s when scientists began debating whether Pluto actually belonged in the planet family. Pluto was finally designated as a dwarf planet by the International Astronomical Union in 2006, a highly contentious decision that reduced the number of the solar system's real planets to only 8. Pluto would be included after Neptune if you insisted on including it. Pluto is actually quite far away and has an incredibly eccentric, inclined orbit, 2 of the several reasons it was demoted. Astronomers, however, are still hunting for another possible planet in our solar system, a true 9th planet, after mathematical evidence of its existence was revealed on January 20, 2016. The alleged Planet 9, also called Planet X, is believed to be about 10 times the mass of Earth and 5,000 times the mass of Pluto. Because of the stony composition of their surfaces, the inner 4 planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, are sometimes referred to as terrestrial planets. Pluto has never been categorized alongside the other 4 terrestrial planets, despite having a rocky, though frozen, surface. Because of their huge size in comparison to the terrestrial planets, the 4 massive outer worlds, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, are occasionally referred to as the Jovian or Jupiter-like planets. Although astronomers think some or all of them may have solid cores, they are also mostly composed of gases such as hydrogen, helium, and ammonia rather than stony surfaces. With 99.8% of the solar system's mass in the Sun, it is clear that the Sun is the greatest object in it. The majority of the heat and light that support life on Earth and potentially elsewhere are emitted by it. The Sun is slightly off-center of each ellipse the planets travel in as they circle the Sun. Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system and is nearest to the Sun. It is just slightly bigger than Earth's moon. Because Mercury is so near to our star, it completes its 88-day round around the Sun quickly, about 2/5 the distance between Earth and the Sun. The temperature on Mercury varies greatly throughout the day and night. Mercury's daytime temperature, which is hot enough to melt lead, may soar to a searing 840 F, 450 C. During the night, though, the temperature drops to -290 F, -180 C. The main elements of Mercury's thin atmosphere include oxygen, sodium, hydrogen, helium, and potassium. Like our Moon, it has craters on its surface because the atmosphere is too thin to block incoming meteorites. The hottest planet in the solar system is Venus, which is located 2 planets from the Sun. The planet is an extreme example of the greenhouse effect, with a thick atmosphere that is exceedingly poisonous and made up of sulfuric acid clouds. Venus's surface has an average temperature of 900 F, 465 C. The pressure at the surface, at 92 bar, would kill and crush you. Oddly, Venus rotates slowly in the opposite direction of most other planets, from east to west. Given their comparable sizes and the abundance of mountains and volcanoes seen in radar photos taken beneath Venus' atmosphere, it is frequently referred to as Earth's twin. Beyond that, though, the planets are very distinct from one another. The 3rd planet from the Sun is Earth, which is also our home planet. It is a water world since water covers 2/3 of the surface of the planet. The only planet known to support life has a nitrogen and oxygen-rich atmosphere, and that planet is Earth. At the equator, the speed at which the Earth turns on its axis is 1,532 feet per second, 467 meters per second, or little over 1,000 miles per hour, 1,600 kilometers per hour. At a speed of more than 18 miles per second, the planet round the Sun, 29 kilometers per second. The fourth planet from the Sun is Mars. Iron oxide dust that gives the planet its distinctive red color covers the Chile, desert-like world. Mars and Earth are comparable in that they are both rocky planets with mountains, valleys, and canyons, as well as storm systems that can range from small-scale tornado-like dust devils to planet-sized dust storms. Significant scientific evidence reveals that rivers and maybe even seas once existed on Mars, billions of years ago, when the planet was much warmer and wetter. Even though Mars' atmosphere is too thin for liquid water to stay on the surface for very long, there are still traces of a wetter Mars. Under Mars' surface, there are sheets of water ice the size of California, and there are ice caps at both poles that are partially composed of frozen water. The circumstances needed to support life, including bacteria and other microorganisms, are also believed by scientists to have existed on ancient Mars. Numerous Mars missions have been motivated by the hope that evidence of this previous life, and maybe even contemporary life forms, may exist on the red planet. As a result, the red planet is currently one of the solar system's most investigated worlds. The biggest planet in the solar system, Jupiter, is the fifth planet from the Sun. The gas giant has a mass that is more than double that of all the other planets put together. Due to a variety of trace gases, including ammonia ice, ammonium hydrosulfide crystals, as well as water ice and vapor, its whirling clouds are colorful. Jupiter's Great Red Spot, a massive storm more than 10,000 miles wide that was discovered by amateur astronomer Samuel Heinrich Schwab in 1831, is a well-known feature in its whirling clouds. It has been raging at least for the past 150 years at a speed of above 400 miles per hour. With 75 moons, including Ganymede, the biggest moon in the solar system, Jupiter possesses a powerful magnetic field. Sixth from the Sun, Saturn is known for its extensive and distinctive ring system. Saturn has rings, but there are other planets in the solar system as well. Early in the 1600s, the multi-talented Galileo Galilei imagined Saturn was an object with 3 parts, a planet and 2 sizable moons on either side. Unaware that he was looking at a planet with rings, the perplexed astronomer drew a little sign in his notebook with 1 huge circle and 2 smaller ones, and used it as a word to describe his find. Christian Huygens made the suggestion that they be rings more than 40 years later. Scientists are still unsure how the rings evolved, despite the fact that they are comprised of ice and rock. The gaseous planet, which has several moons, is mostly made of hydrogen and helium. Seventh from the Sun and quite eccentric, Uranus is a planet. It possesses hydrogen sulfide clouds, the same substance that gives rotting eggs their terrible odor. Like Venus, it rotates from east to west. Its equator, however, is almost at a right angle to its orbit, making it essentially orbit on its side, unlike Venus or any other planet. Astronomers think Uranus tilted around 4 billion years ago as a result of a collision with a body twice the size of Earth. The Sun beats down on one pole for 84 Earth years at a period, and the tilt generates harsh seasons that span 20 years or more. Also possible that the impact sent ice and rock into Uranus' orbit. Later, some of these developed into the planet's 27 moons. The blue-green hue of Uranus is a result of methane in the planet's atmosphere. 13 sets of hazy rings are also seen. The solar system's lowest temperature ever recorded is 371.56 degrees Fahrenheit on Uranus, minus 224.2 degrees Celsius. Uranus' normal temperature is -320 degrees Fahrenheit, -195 degrees Celsius. The eighth planet from the Sun, Neptune, is the solar system's coldest planet on average. At the top of the clouds, Neptune's average temperature is -346 degrees Fahrenheit, -210 degrees Celsius. Neptune has winds that may reach supersonic speeds and is about the same size as Uranus. Compared to Earth, the planet is more than 30 times further from the Sun. The first planet to be identified mathematically rather than visually was Neptune. French astronomer Alexis Bouvard hypothesized that another planet may be pulling on Earth due to irregularities in Uranus' orbit. Johann Galle, a German astronomer, employed calculations to assist in the telescopic discovery of Neptune. Neptune has a rocky core and is nearly 17 times as large as Earth.